Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
Cat's trying to join me for this video. Alright, this is XCOM UFO Defense. Obvious. Oh, the dog's in here too. Yes. Hello there, everybody. This is the original XCOM from, I believe, 1993. Alright, let's not go touching keys here. So as I recall, the very first thing to do, stop messing with the camera, cat. Very first thing to do is to start building a new base in Europe. Because the base that you have here is just a horrible, horrible design. And we need to start researching things. Recruit scientists. Scientists make the world go round. Now I forget. The engineers manufacture things. Soldiers fight, scientists research things and unlock new things for the engineers to build. But the engineers can build things that you can sell for a profit. Oh, I'm going to have a cat and a dog in my lap here. Let's see, what do we have that we can manufacture? Absolutely nothing. Man, this base is just such a horrible design. So when the aliens invade your base, and they will eventually, They arrive in two locations. One is the hangar, like this, and then the other one is the access lift, like this. So what I'm doing with this base here is I'm going to build a hangar. Once this is done, I'll build a hangar here, and then another hangar here. Meow. And that way, when the aliens arrive and invade my base, they will all be funneled into this section right here. I will leave all of this blank so that they all arrive here and right here. And then I'll build up everything here. I'm moving the mouse, and the cat's thinking that that's something he's got to go get. I'll build up facilities all along here, but leave this unbuilt so that all of the aliens have to come through right here, and then all I have to do is defend this one area right here. Whereas in this one, the aliens will arrive here, 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 and here, and they automatically flank you from the very beginning, and it's horrible. It is possible, I have done it, it is possible to destroy one of your base sections if you use too many high explosives, like blaster bombs, which come out later on in the game. You don't have to worry about it early on in the game, but later in the game, if you do enough damage to one of these sections during a base defense, you actually can destroy it. So... let's see. Give that one an avalanche and a stingray. And we'll give this one 2 stingrays. Stingrays are short-range missile launchers. Avalanche are long-range missile launchers. All of that information is available in the UFOpedia. Right, everybody is assigned. We don't need pistols. We do, however, need rifles. We don't need a heavy cannon. In general, the heavy weapons that you start off with are horrible. Absolutely horrible. Alright, so what I need to do is buy some stuff. And what I'm looking for are proximity grenades. Proximity grenades will only explode when something walks next to it. Flares will light up the area so that if you're at night you can see. A stun rod will knock out an alien, and you get more points for stunned aliens than you do for killed aliens. Which reminds me, I need to build an alien holding facility. Right there. Alright, so we'll just go do some patrolling. You click on a base and send one of your ships out to patrol, and you get points for patrolling in a given region. Let's see if we have... oh, still rearming. once those interceptors are done rearming. Oh. Look at that. Alright, so click on this guy, Sky Ranger 1, select new target. We're going to just follow this one. And see if it lands. Alright, we're going to have this guy come over here. Relax. Relax. And patrol, and hopefully he'll pick up that UFO again. So this one's ready. We'll send him down here to patrol in case the UFO backtrack. They do a lot of kind of jittery back and forth action. Luckily, fuel costs absolutely nothing in this game, so we'll have him patrol over here in Europe. There's a lot of valuable allies there giving me a lot of money. So at the end of each month, these Sky Rangers can stay on station for a ridiculous amount of time. So you can send interceptors to shoot down a UFO, but I prefer not to. I prefer to just follow them and wait until they land and capture them intact. At the end of the month, your funding for XCOM will go up or down depending on whether countries are happy with you or not. And if you patrol near a country, then you like gain reputation with that country, and they like you a lot more. And there are a lot of countries here in Europe that are donating to our cause, so we want to keep them happy. It doesn't look like there's anything down here. It's about half fuel, so let's go over here to Africa. Now these interceptors also have a freakish range. Their range still isn't anything like a Sky Ranger. Like the Sky Ranger can stay out for, I don't know, 24 hours or something, non-stop. It's just ridiculous. Oh. Couldn't make it. So, I was telling you the UFOpedia, XCOM Craft and Armament. So it shows here the accuracy and the damage. The Avalanche is a heavier missile. It does 100 damage and it's 100% accurate. The cannon only does 10 damage and it only has 10% accuracy. Whereas the Stingray, the short-range missile, small missile, whatever, has a 70 damage, which is less than 100, and a 70% accuracy. So you want the Avalanche as much as possible. It's the heavier one. You, on the Interceptor, you will overall do more damage, and you'll have an easier time taking them down if your goal is to take them down. And then here's the Sky Ranger, just a fuel capacity. I don't know what 1500 even means. It's just a number. Acceleration is really, it's just compared to everything else. I don't think the acceleration actually has a meaning. I don't think it has a unit, feet per second or whatever. I don't think it has a unit. I think it's just compared to everything else. If your acceleration is lower than a UFO, then the UFO can escape from you. Whereas the Interceptor has an acceleration of 3. You'd think it'd be a lot higher, but maximum speed 2100 versus a Sky Ranger 760. It's probably knots. 2100 knots that's hauling ass. Yep. That's gotta be the same one. It was a very small. So we can look at it. Yep. This design right here is very small. It's just it's like a little, it's like the old school 1950s UFO. It's just a little cone with like little antenna landing gear with little balls on the end, and it only has one. Alright. It only has a crew of 1, and he comes down from the very middle. It's almost like maybe a little bit like a Spaceman Spiff, Calvin and Hobbes thing. It's just, there's only space inside for 1. Like, you can actually board the UFO, but there's nowhere to go. It's only 1 square inside. It's just the square that's the cockpit. Every other UFO, you board the UFO and you can actually walk around inside it. Let's wait and see if this guy lands here. Every time a UFO appears above a country, you lose points. But I'm still going for a capture here. I don't want to shoot it down because you'll lose material. You'll gain more stuff to research and more materials to use if you... Oh, he's moving. It's only been 1 day. 29 days left in January. One thing about patrolling, you want to patrol as much as possible and not fly around, because patrolling, you use less fuel over time compared to flying around. So once you hit a patrol station, you don't want to like immediately go to another one and then go to another one and then go to another one. You'll run out of fuel a lot faster that way. Well, darn, looks like that little guy got away. Okay, well, unfortunately the Sky Ranger is out, so I can't go and equip. Still refueling. If the Sky Ranger was back at the base, I would equip it with the flares and the stun rods and everything. Proximity grenades. So that my people would have a little bit more of a fighting chance. Alright, I'm not... I think that thing is gone, so... we'll go ahead... we'll just leave him there. I tend to leave somebody on patrol until they completely run out of fuel, because even if you send them out on patrol and then you send them back to base and they have like 90% of their fuel left, so you can see right here 36% fuel. If we were to send him back to base and he still had 30% of his fuel when he got back to base, you still can't send him out. You cannot launch a mission unless they're at 100% fuel. So he can either stay out here right now for longer, or you can send him back to base and then he'll sit there and sit there and sit there until he's done fueling, which is the refueling process really takes a ridiculous amount of time. Oop, wrong one. Where is that guy? Yeah. I have him return to base. Which means we have no coverage if we need to launch a recovery mission, but I want to equip this one right here with proximity grenades, 1 per person, a stun rod per person, and 1 electro flare per person. And then this stuff I'm just going to sell. Heavy cannon, autocannon, rocket launcher, and pistol. I don't need any of that. So let's sell. We can sell the cannons. Whoop, wrong button. We can sell the cannon rounds. We can sell pistols. Pistol clips. Pretty sure they're magazines, but whatever. We'll call them a clip. Autocannon. I mean, you can use the heavy cannon and the autocannon if you want, but my experience is that they really are not very effective at all. Alright, so now this should look a little bit clearer. Yep, so we don't have a whole bunch of stuff that we are just never going to use there. So a couple people won't have smoke grenades, but everybody will have a rifle with 2 mags. In this game, you don't need a full base load of 7 magazines. Honestly, 2 magazines is pretty much what you will use. You're not going to shoot that much. 90% of what you're doing is maneuvering. And then later on in the game, when you get to the super heavy stuff, it's easier just to stun them and take them out that way than it is to shoot them. Mutons have like crazy armor, and it's best to stun them all down. Now the chrysalids you don't stun down. Chrysalids actually suck. Anybody who's played the new XCOM, you think you know what suckage is. Oh, buddy. No. Chrysalids in the original XCOM, bad juju. Yeah, that little guy got away. Alright, so I should be getting some new scientist hires and some did I hire any soldiers? I don't remember. See, I have 10 engineers who aren't doing anything right now because there's nothing to do. And I have 10 scientists working on laser weapon research. The main advantage of the laser weapons is that they don't require magazines. So there's a finite amount of space to carry gear on board your aircraft. And rifle magazines, they take up space. Here we go. Yeah, I hired engineers. That's unfortunate because my engineers actually don't have anything to do. Shouldn't have done that. But what's going on? What's going on? Oh. I know. Hard work being a puppy. Such hard work. You want down? Okay. Send this guy over here to Europe once again. And we'll leave the Sky Ranger here at the base, waiting. Alright. Nothing detected there. I mean, he burnt most of his fuel getting there, so... So, what I was saying about the patrolling, notice that this one went this far and he left before this guy right here. This guy went all the way out here and then all the way back because he was low on fuel. This one is still out there patrolling. He's about to return home, though. Because he's low on fuel. There we go. So patrolling that right there is a demonstration of how patrolling takes less fuel. Not a whole lot of action out here. Head on down there. Well, this is a pretty quiet week here. We can now allocate the laser pistol. Eventually we want motion scanners and med kits, but we need to get those laser rifles up and running as fast as possible. This is the very exciting part of the game. Let's hit Europe again. You'll get pop-ups when the construction is complete or when gear arrives or whatever. One UFO, you wouldn't think one UFO would be a quiet week, but it really is. As far as these things go, they can get pretty crazy later. You'll have battleships and supply ships and all sorts of things flying all over. You'll have like 4 or 5 UFOs simultaneously flying around. So having one very small UFO in a week is actually a really quiet week. we'll send this guy over here. It would have been faster to go up and over the pole, just saying. And he couldn't even get there. I'm trying to reach Russia, because I'm pretty sure Russia funds us a bit. Japan also does. And I won't patrol for long. Whoop. A small. This is not a very small. This is a small. Alright. So, Sky Ranger. Go follow them. See where they're going. Please land. Really hope this guy lands. Go to last known UFO position. Select a new target. Let's go right here and patrol. There it is. Yep. You know you want to land. Alright, so this is just a square. There is another small one that's plus shaped. You'll eventually get familiar with the layouts, like when you start kicking in doors. You'll want to be familiar with the layout of the UFO. Alright, kitty cat. Kitty cat and doggy need to go out. Alright, I am now petless. Is this guy gonna land or what? There we go. All right, we got an UFO assault. Let's do this. Begin mission. Okay. Oh gosh, I didn't look to see if it was daytime or not. Well, we'll all take flares. And a stun rod. There, and a couple of them do not have smoke grenades, but it's alright. Okay, normally you are at the edge of the map. Sometimes you're down in a corner or something. This doesn't look like I'm right at the edge. Alright, so what he's going to do is take this electro flare and throw it over here. Okay, that's a map edge right there. That flare would have lit that up if that wasn't a map edge. So we'll turn around and take a knee and move on to the next one. I actually want this guy to go next. Whoop! There's our UFO. Look at that. So let's see if there's anybody. There's nobody right in front of it. So we're actually going to come over here, face this direction, and take a knee. Take cover. Whoop, I see someone. This little indicator right here says, wow. Well, how I didn't see that guy, I don't know. Alright, so here's the problem. If he stops and does something right now, he'll block everybody else. So he has to come down here. Well, he doesn't see him. You have to be able to see him to shoot him, but you don't have to be able to see them to... See, I need 25 to pull the pin and another 12 to throw it. So I need 37 total, and I only have 34 time left. Which means I can't do it. I could do, with a 17% accuracy, I could do 2 or maybe 1 3-round bursts on this guy at 17% accuracy. I'm not going to hit him. There, and I took 1 time to turn, so I can't do a second one. But what I can do is a snapshot. Doing nothing, so take a knee and move on to the next guy. Yep. $39, which means 35. So I still can't do it. So I'm going to need 37. Alright, take a shot. Oh! Got him. Okay, so you heard him go. That's your sign that you actually killed him. If you hadn't killed him, if you only incapacitated him, well, not enough time to turn around, huh? And I can't kneel. I think it takes 4 to kneel, or something like that. If you only incapacitated him, he would fall down, but he wouldn't make a sound. Alright, not that the flares have been particularly effective, but let's go ahead and throw a flare over here. Alright. And then make a break for it. Sometimes you just gotta sprint. That's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna sprint over here and try to form up here on the front and clear this thing quick. Alright, that's it. So, end of turn. This is let the aliens go. Oh, there's one. Alright, so the first one that I want to go is actually this guy here. Prime grenade. I'll set it to go off immediately, and then we'll throw it right there. Unable to throw there. Okay, I need... How many do I need to throw? 12 to throw. And he's got 22, which means I can take 2 steps. No, because I had to stand up. Dang it! Well, don't let go of that thing. I wonder if he can do it. Yep, he can do it. Nice throw. And then we'll just... Everybody else is just going to continue... Whoa! Alright. Someone's out there. We need some illumination. So let's toss an electro flare here. There he is. Shot high. Alright. 20 for an auto shot, huh? And he's got 36. So we'll take a knee. You're more accurate when you take a knee. And I'll have 3 shots. It's a 3-round burst, and each shot has a 25% chance of hitting. That's way off. Oh man, this guy sucks. And then... Can he get off a snapshot? Nope, snapshot's 14. Alright, so... Next guy... I'll actually go to this one. Kenji... will... step out of everybody's way, take a knee, and take his shot. There, so he made the sound. You could barely hear it, but he did make a sound, so that guy's dead. And we'll go on. Let's have this guy go next. Line up at the door and take a knee. Stack up here. That guy's spent. This guy's holding a grenade. Don't let go, buddy. Ran out of time. Alright. Boom. Ah, the grenade got someone. Did you hear the... Ah! So that's 3 aliens down now. Alright, we gotta get these guys out of the way here. So that everybody else can stack up. Alright, and I'll leave these guys out there for now. See if... Alright, so ready to go in. Oh, hi there. Sometimes a guy can be right next to you and you don't see him. So you need to move all the way into the UFO. Yep, see? Didn't see that guy. He was hiding behind the chair there. So we're going to take a really wretched... Let's see, what has he got? 24. 14% or 25. Yeah, we'll go with a 25. Alright, so that's 1 from the grenade, 2, 3 right inside the door, 4, and then 5. That's 5 down so far. Let's have Oscar move over here and continue clearing. We'll let the aliens go. Nope, that was it. Alright, 5 down. Let's see what we recovered. Alright, so power source, navigation, alien alloys, and Illyrium 115. Now, if I had shot it down, instead of waiting for it to land, I would get less of all of these things. maybe almost nothing, depending on how much damage I did to it. Oh, looks like the grenade vaporized that one alien. Okay. So now I go to bases. I'm trying to remember how to options. There it is. Save game. Alright. So, there you go. We had our first UFO assault. We've got our second base under construction, and I explained here, put a hangar here, hangar here, hangar here, leave these spaces blank, and then put an access lift here, and then build up all of this stuff here, and when this base gets invaded, this right here will be your fatal funnel. And this base it's going to take a long time to get this base under control, because what you'll have to do is sack these 3 buildings here, or sections, take this access lift, relocate it here. I don't think you can relocate. I think you'll have to build another access lift here. You won't need the small radar system later on. You can ditch that eventually, but destroy this and then destroy everything here, build a hangar here, and then build up your base all around here. I mean, in theory, what you could also do is not build anything here and destroy this section and destroy these 2 hangars, and instead build a hangar here and a hangar here, and just not build anything here or here. You could also do that. Just so long as the 3 hangars are not connected to anything except an access lift, and the access lift is the only thing connecting the hangars to the rest of the base, like we will eventually have here. So when the actually we can just purchase. We need rifle. I don't think we need rifle magazines. What we need are more flares. We used a bunch of flares. And we used 1 grenade. But we'll continue building up a supply of proximity grenades. That's what we'll do. Alright, so there you go. That's the original XCOM here. We just played 1 week of XCOM UFO Defense, or Enemy Unknown, or something like that. It had various names depending on which region you were in, but that's the game.